Hello. I'm in virtual world right now. I'm trying to get my screen sharing working because we're gonna work on Facebook Horizon today.
I'm so excited.
There we go. Got it.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday.
Good to see you. Let me know who's here in the chat. Let me know. Also, I'm going to fix my orangeness. I don't know why.
You're very...
Orange!
You're very spray on tan today. And now you're frozen.
You know, that's what happens when I open my my camera settings software. It likes to freeze me. But don't worry. It allows me to get rid of the orange, so it's worth it. Oh, so tell me, Ed, what are you doing this morning other than prepping for VR Thursdays?
I'm also going to be at a conference right after this. So,
yay! What conference?
Blazor Day is today, and it is currently running. And I have a session at 1:15 real people time, so Eastern time. The only time zone that matters, the one that lines up with New York.
You're only ticking off 90% of the world. It's fine.
Probably, and I already have VR hair, so this is going to be a great.
What's your talk?
Great show. Testing applications, Blazor applications. So unit testing and mocking and integration testing and application automated app testing, fully automated app testing. All the good stuff.
Like downloading the new avatar update. So pardon me for my
avatars. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. While you get that updated, I'll show you what I was working on before I joined. So they used to have their own like built-in avatar system before this latest release, and it's
right.
For some reason, it's moving my windows when I put my headset on and off. So I gotta move some stuff back here, which you can't see the windows I'm moving, but trust me, they're not in the right place. So okay, here we go. If I go into Horizon, there I am. It's much better, and they do some kind of voice tracking on your mouth, it looks like. So they have facial hair. They do? Facial hair. Love it, right? You actually have clothes, so I have clothes now, and
Do we have feet?
we still don't have feet. Still don't have feet,
Wait,
or
no feet?
legs, but the bodies are much more fluid looking. They don't look so insane anymore. But I think I can still probably do the hand trick. Can I still do the hand trick? I could still do the hand trick. That's always fun. Got to do the hand trick. All right. So let me fix my microphone so it is coming from my Quest instead of my desktop because I move around quite a bit and it makes the camera or the audio go kind of funky. So let's get this patched in, and I gotta show you how to do this sometime now that you're a PC user.
I know. I was just thinking that. I was like, I want to show mine. So yeah, I wanna get on that bandwagon.
Now that you've been converted permanently
Mm-hmm.
and you're never going back.
Although my mechanical keyboard, apparently 50% of the people in our office don't like it. So,
Well, I mean, is one of the 50%ers you?
yeah.
Okay, well then it matters.
Yeah. I'm saying I'm the 50% that likes it.
Oh, you're the 50. Oh, okay. Well, still, that's all that matters.
Turtle, who also is in the office and has to listen to it, it does not approve of said clickety clacking.
He's just jealous. That's all there is to it. Turtle is jealous.
He was like, "Are you purposely like just mashing keys as hard as you can?" Well, I was like, "No, this is my delicate typing on this keyboard."
We used to have a girl at the office we called River Dance because she typed so
oh my gosh,
loudly.
Is yours mechanical?
Yeah, of course. That's what you got to have with a PC, a mechanical, loud as hell keyboard.
It's a requirement. I see.
It is, because you have to know when you're pressing those keys that you've pressed them. No, it's actually for gaming. So like the switches are meant for gaming, so you don't like accidentally tap things that you didn't want to tap, and they're very responsive and durable.
I see. So that's why there's a number pad on my keyboard. I was like, this is weird. Yeah, is that not for gaming?
I don't use it personally for gaming. I guess like maybe RTS games, real-time strategy games, you might use.
Okay, but not on the reg. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't not for FPS games. You should.
I know. I need to. Oh my gosh, your avatar looks so much like you. It's not even funny.
You didn't see it earlier. I said has facial hair.
I wasn't. Now. No, I was trying to get mine signed in. I wasn't looking. Look at you.
Here, I'll show you the edit thing. It'll take. I don't know if it'll show this. Oh no, it wants to quit the app.
Because like when you're selecting your avatar
you can't see this, can you?
No. I mean, you're just still in the lobby. I don't see the.
Oh, you don't see the editor. Okay. Oh, I don't see it now. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Continue. It says I'm leaving Horizon, but I'm really not. I'm going to change my shirt. I don't like the shirt. Shirt. Outfit. There we go. Oh, boy. I can... oh, boy. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, it didn't update.
What did you change it to?
There's like Daisy Dukes and a... in a two-strap onesie. That is a weird one. I wish I could take a picture of this. They are like male Daisy Dukes with a red. I don't know another name for it, so I apologize if this is politically incorrect. But it is a wife beater, but a red one, like bright red.
It's like a tank top.
Tank top would be no.
Is tank top not the same thing as a wife beater?
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe I just feel
maybe I just feel stupid for not knowing it's called a tank top, and I only know the worst way of explaining it possible. Yeah. Okay. I'm embarrassed now. Okay, the outfits are they need some more outfits because these are very, very
I'm just disappointed because whenever you're picking out your avatar, It looks like you have feet. And then you get in the
it
game and
does.
your feet are gone again. And I was so excited we were going to have shoes, but no. Okay,
Oh
it's fine.
boy. You have Hawaiian t-shirt to choose from, and then things get very gender fluid very quickly.
Are you saying because we're in a Hawaiian
I mean, it's a good
t-shirt?
thing. I'm glad there's options, but these are not options that I'm going to be choosing. But I'm glad
think
other people
flannel
can
is the
use
way
them.
to go. I mean, nothing beats a good flannel, right?
Do they have flannel? I didn't see flannel.
That's what you were in. You were in a flannel.
Oh, okay.
What
Yeah, I
do
guess
you
you could
call
call
the
it that.
shirt that you were in?
This is like a blouse. Like it
You're
immediately goes
lumberjacking
to
it,
like a
man.
blouse. That one's not too bad. I could roll with that.
I told my husband, I was like, "Hey, your tops are clean," and my father-in-law was like, "Boys don't have tops; they have shirts." So what's on? What top are you wearing, Ed?
It is loading now. It is loading. My blouse today.
My blouse.
I went with the aviator jacket. Yeah, like right there. I went cool guy. Like you got to do the. All right. Enough fun with that. Boy, my arms are like puffy now. Look at that puffiness. This is a very puffy shirt. All right. We're getting way off track, aren't we?
I love it. I love it so much. I do need to get signed in because I wanted to help build today. I wanted to be Bob the Builder.
Show.
I know. Chat, say hello. Tell us what you're slurping, what time of day it is for you. I want to hear from you, beautiful, beautiful chat.
Have I offended chat yet? Has that happened?
And also if Ed is offending you, let us know that too. You can just put like angry face in the chat and we'll know what that means. Okay.
Sorry for using words that only words that I know. I apologize in advance. I could do much better. I could. Tank top. That needs to go in my vocabulary. Replace the prior explanation. Every time I've seen one, that's what they've been called. I've never worn one, so I'm not a tank top kind of guy.
I could see you rocking it. I feel like I need to get you one now.
I'm not a tank top kind of guy. Sorry. Not
it's really hard. How did you pick an avatar so quickly? Because they've got like these preset avatars. It's kind of overwhelming though.
So that is true. It was hard to pick one and to modify it. Like the presets didn't resemble me, so I was like, I better just pick something and run with it. Something close. So our game seems to be still working. That's good. They haven't broken anything. I'm going to go look at what we're going to build today, and then probably assume you will be here shortly.
I will be there shortly.
I can't wait to see you show up.
Hips are bigger than my shoulders.
Not gonna comment. I'm gonna keep playing. We'll let Turtle weigh in on that one. Turtle, what do you think?
I mean, they've got some like these avatars. You can pick like a linebacker build. You can pick hourglass. You can pick like completely straight. It's interesting. I'm fascinated.
I want to know Turtle's opinion.
No, I know. I think we all.
Is this the right shape?
I think he would prefer to remain silent also on the subject.
Now, would Turtle go in the, quote, doghouse, or is it a turtle house when he's in trouble?
Holy shades of tan. Sorry. My avatar is really blonde, so anything like it's bad. Okay.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but if they just took Missy from Little Sheldon or Young Sheldon and made that avatar, it'd be perfect for you. You look like the grown-up version of Missy. I swear. Missy.
I take that as a compliment. I mean, the girl has good. The most like empathy I've ever met in anybody. Like she's super empathetic.
You guys like share like some likenesses and mannerisms. It's hilarious. I love watching that show now. Like I feel like I know this person. She's got a little more Southern accent though.
Oh, wait, are you saying I have a Southern accent?
No, I said she does on the show.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that she has
She has
more of
more.
one, but I still have one. I'm
Oh,
with
not
you now.
really. I don't have
Okay,
much of
that's
an
good.
accent either, I don't think.
I feel like
Of
we
course,
both need to work on that. I think that's something we could improve in 2021.
and chat is just completely silent, and
I
I'm
know.
assuming
I
they've
know.
all left because
I
they've reported us.
it's that kind of Thursday.
Yeah. It's a Friday kind of
Oh.
Thursday. Right. So I want to like get at this ramp and start building on it. I'm waiting for you.
I'm coming. Oh, sorry. I was totally
I'll
I'm saving
I'll take
Avatar and continuing. So just don't make fun of her because she doesn't look like me. This is the best I
Okay.
could do with such short amount of notice. We're high-fiving. All right. I need to load in, which I'll be there in a sec. But I guess I'm super excited to talk about texture. I
Yeah,
really
because there really aren't any.
I remember the last time we did a challenge and you told me that I tend to take things a bit too literally when I build things out. And so I think I need to really work on like, cause I mean, I just too many assets, right? It's going to be overwhelming to if I like am I like building out every single like rock and like piece of grass, right? Like so that's something I definitely need to work on is just how to give like the general gist. But as far as like the ramp, this is a mystery to me because like how do you not go into extreme detail while still disguise that it's like a ramp, right? Like
Because it
that's
just
the
looks
part
like
that
a
I don't.
wedge, right?
Yes, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, without going crazy on this and just kind of covering it in pebbles. I don't know. So, anyways, I'm loading
Which
in
is
our
pretty
world.
much what we're gonna do. Cover it in
but
pebbles.
but are we not worried about like, like the loading that many assets and like going crazy? Like, I don't know.
I
This is what I'm pondering.
I would
Do you
say the thing I say a lot. It depends. So it depends on how big your level is. For one, I think our level is going to remain fairly small. So I'm
mm,
not too
mm.
worried about budget, but if I was making like a giant world that was very
You're
like
saying okay, so
open
you're saying with
worldy,
our
like exploring.
level, our like size of our donut that we're building out,
Hmm.
and like if I just went like crazy all out with as much detail as I wanted, you don't think it would be chuggy
No, I don't think so. So we
because it's
have to
just so
watch
small.
our budget, but yeah,
Okay. Okay.
if we
Cool.
had like some people have some really massive scale ones. There's one guy that created a level which I think he actually joined the show once as a guest, or not a guest but a chatter, and he said, he was in here and he had a world that I visited, and it has like How to Train Your Dragon type of a
Oh
feel
my.
to it,
Oh right.
and you literally like get on dragons and fly them around, so the level is massive. So some of the assets aren't very detailed, but they're not ugly by any means. They look really well, but when you get very close up to them, there's just not a whole lot of like fine detail in them, which is fine because most of the time you're like in the air and the scale you're looking at the level, there doesn't need to be much detail. So it depends. It depends is always the
Hi.
answer in software. Did you get
You're
in
so.
here?
I'm down here. Can
You're
you see me?
where? Oh, you're inside of a spawn. I can't see you inside the
Oh
spawn.
no, you still can't see me.
I can see you now. You're very tan today, Alyssa.
I said no making fun. This is the best I could do. I was hurried. I was rushed. What is that? Did you make a pillar?
Hmm? Yeah, we did that last time.
Oh, the pillar was here? It's a
Yeah,
gorgeous pillar.
thank you.
Okay. I am so excited to cover this ramp in gorgeous pebbles.
Okay, this is a very sharp one. We're gonna go over here to this one, which
Oops.
you just
I
disappeared.
teleported. Hang on. I'm
Um,
going to try to figure out how to teleport back. Preview over
so there's a
there.
couple things here. We could make stairs if we wanted to. I think stairs kind of have a clunky feel in these type of games
Oh, yeah.
because
Is it
you
just
kind
because
of start
like,
like
walking
bobbling
up them is
as you walk up them.
painful? Oh.
Oh, this got weird when you got big.
I'm trying to
Now
make
you're like
myself appropriately
giant, and your
sized.
eyes keep wandering in weird directions. Okay, Now they're
Wait, is it tracking my
normal.
eyes?
I don't know.
It's not. Okay.
It's
Look,
not. Why was it
look,
looking like?
look,
Maybe
look.
is it when you look up or down? No. Your eyes were like rolling back in your head a second ago. It was really creepy and weird. So it stopped doing that. So
That's not good.
that's
Okay.
better. Yeah. The avatars are much better though, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, they are.
So let's see what we can do.
So we've got these gorgeous
I've made some boulders.
pebbles. I love them.
What I'm trying to do is come up with like a little bit of a palette. Oops. Yeah, I don't want to color them. So here's another one. So I'm gonna like do one more time here. Another boulder, and then there. We've got a couple of colored rocks. Not sure if I like the sandy colored one. I don't know if it fits what we're doing. We could also do here. Let's take the sandy colored one. We could do some vegetation too.
Vegetation.
Yeah, some little tree thingies. Like tree, and then we'll steal this color. And
put that nonsense.
I'm just making shapes all over the place. There we go. Okay. So we've got some colors. There. We got a nice little palette here. So this looks good. These are our palettes for our rocks, right? We've got 1, 2, 3 different colored rocks. We get 2 different colored blobs.
Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, there.
What are you doing over here? What are we working on in fine detail?
This is my pebble. You see my pebble?
I don't know if it shows me. I'm looking very closely and intently.
It does, and you look hilarious. No, but seriously, pebble, and then this is going to be like a pod. Like if I can morph it. Oh, I forgot we can't morph shapes. Hang on. I've got to group it. You said, right? To morph it.
Okay, I'm trying to follow along.
You know what a pod is? Like a little weird pod thing on the ground that's like grassy and it's kind of like brown and green and it's like just like a little random grass bitlet pod thing. No, you're not with me.
Okay. I've never been in my yard and went like, there's pods in the front yard.
I tell my baby all the time. I'm like, let's go look at the pods. Like, there's these weird little pod things.
What planet do you live on again? You have pod people in your front yard. I have grass and weeds.
This is exactly what I wanted. Okay, now
trees and bushes. I don't think I've ever seen a pod in my front yard. Like when I hear pod, I think like the moving thing that you rent to like put your stuff in and then they come pick it up. That's a pod.
Like a pea pod, man. But like
pea pods in my garden. I have some pea pods in my garden.
Again, I forgot how to ungroup. I'm holding it. I see.
I think it's to the right. Or there's also a button. Oh, we've got Aztec coding in here. He says, "Wow."
Hello.
I don't know what context the "wow" came into, but I'm sure it
Edward, I cannot ungroup this pea pod. I need you to do it for me.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. I love that you're tiny for some reason. You highlight it and you press to the left and then it ungroups. And there you go. There's your ungroup.
Thank you.
This is so fun.
Wait.
So
did it unmorph when you... Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I hope they didn't break that feature. I still don't know exactly what you're trying to make. Maybe that would help.
So when I had them grouped together, I like morphed it, and then when you ungrouped it, the morph went away and now they're both normal. Like it's not skewed anymore.
Quote, fixed that.
Fixed it. Yeah. Boo.
So I'm just assembling a couple more different shapes here that we might want to use for a walk-up little path. A pod. I still don't. What is a pod in your yard?
I'm gonna go take a picture after this.
I need a picture to know what a pod is.
Of this they're these like little grass bitlets. I don't know what to tell you.
You failed at biology, didn't you?
I don't understand why you don't have them in your yard.
Did you fail biology class? My good friend, you have failed biology. Please tell me this is a known fact.
Okay, I'm going to start painting, and it's going to be
Okay.
glorious.
I'm telling Sarah on you. I'm working with someone who has completely failed biology.
It's okay. She'll be fine with it. She believes.
She will. She will.
She believes in the pods in the yard.
Yard pods.
Yard pods.
Oh, I don't know about you anymore.
I don't know if you ever knew about me.
Well, I kind of question.
You're always kind of crazy.
Is Alyssa crazy? Now I just know. Like Alyssa crazy.
No, it's a fact. It is known. Okay, that is there. I'm gonna be pretty happy. Actually, I would like a silver color for the inside of my pod. Oops.
There's never a dull moment, is there, Turtle? Is there? I know because my wife is very similar. She is.
Aw, that's great. You guys must have like all the fun.
Yeah, we do. Like she's never had pods in the yard, but she does use her own vernacular for pretty much everything, and I have to translate most of the time for people. So I'm sure Turtle knows the routine. I'm sure there's many Alyssa translations that he does for folks all the time.
Oh yeah, especially when we're raiding and like something goes wrong, and I'm like trying to explain to the team what happened.
So
they're all so lost.
if Turtle is around, ask him what your yard pods really are, and I'm sure he can translate for us.
He went to the other room, but when he comes back in here, I will ask him the definition.
He went for diapers and never came home.
And now, oh my god, way to make it depressing. All right, I gotta get to the paint button. Hang on.
He changed his name and moved to Bulgaria.
I hear it's beautiful this time of year.
It is. Well, actually, I've never been this time of year, but I'm sure it is.
Are you going Are you going soon? Is that
soon? I don't know. We need to get rid of this COVID-y crap first. So let's look at the ramp for a minute because we're just like kind of not doing much here. So what I'm gonna do with the ramp? First of all, we can color in a minute. Yeah, let's color it. Let's make because the ramp is generally just gonna be a solid color. But what I'm going to do is show you how to add some texture to it because there is no real textures. There's only solid colors in this. I'm going to grab like a deep brown. I think that might do the trick. It's very deep poo brown. But if we start adding some texture to it, it might look a lot better. What we can do is instead of actually trying to texture the surface because we can't like paint it like with textures, we could take blocks and kind of embed them down inside of it.
Ed, are you ready for our random question of the Thursday?
Sure.
You're in a cafeteria. Normal cafeteria type food. What food do you go and grab? What's your safe food in a cafeteria?
A cafeteria? I don't know, like some chicken tenders that I expect to...
Some chicken tenders!
Have to drink heavy amounts of liquids to drink or eat because they're so dry. What cafeteria is this? You say cafeteria, I already get like the vibe that it's not going to be
the vibe. I was imagining like, I don't know, the cafeteria on Google Campus, but you can imagine a creepy cafeteria.
Well, I picture like hospital cafeteria. Or something
like that. No, I was imagining a fun cafeteria, but you had to take it to a weird place.
Where did my shape go? I just placed a shape and it just disappeared.
Did it morph?
Oh, there it goes. No, I must have flicked it somehow.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna make this bigger so that I don't have to work on such a finite level.
So here's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna take these shapes and kind of squish them into the surface of. I'm copying. I don't have the sounds enabled. It's really hard to hear when you're accidentally copying.
Wait, there's sound?
The game sound.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have
any game sounds.
Are Well, you have to have your Oculus turned up to hear them.
Hang on, I'm gonna find the volume button. Where is
But we won't hear them on stream anyway. That's why I never have them on. But
I see.
usually
I
you
was
can
like,
hear
I
like a
didn't even
copy
know there
sound.
were. Oh, I didn't even know there were sounds in this thing. Learning so much today.
Yeah, games are so much more fun with sound.
Group. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, like you're building the game, so I suppose I didn't imagine there was sound while you're building.
So this is kind of like a really basic way to kind of texture a surface, is to just kind of take, I'm doing it again, I'm copying shapes in here. That's okay. Take some shapes and kind of just embed them into the surface and you'll get a texture. It's more of a literal texturing, not like you would have with like a normal game type of engine where you can like just paint, say, cobblestones or something on a surface. You have to literally get in here and kind of add them individually yourself to make them. It's kind of monotonous, but and it's not looking really good yet. So I actually did this. I'm trying to think how I did this before. I think I made a pattern first, and then I just took that pattern and repeated it a few times, and then stuck it into the surface. So let me try that. Let's turn on some snapping real quick, and we'll put them on the ground so they're nice and even. There we go.
He said I could do as much detail as I wanted to.
You are getting very fine detail. What are these?
Pebbles! You need some pebbles.
Oh my.
You hate the pebbles? You said I could do as much detail as I wanted to. And here's
Those
my pod.
are interesting.
What?
I was thinking a little bit larger scale items.
Hang on.
So we'll get these down here. Oh, I'm copying again. Darn it.
Oops.
So
I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna leave you over here.
Kind of just
and you
embed these here. Bring this down. Give it a little height variation too, so it looks clumpy. And then once I have a few of these, I can copy them. And you've got some like, you're on the scale of like debris, like sand. Not sure how that will turn out, but we will see. I love that you're in your creative space. I'm not going to derail your creative moment.
I don't know why he hates on it. He's hating
like a child with crayons. You're creating. I'm glad we're friends. I can make comments, and you're not going to hurt me. And we're virtual. You can't really slap me right now, so that's good.
No, I'm pretty sure I owe you a couple.
Who doesn't really? I mean, you know.
Okay,
I'm sure my wife would agree with that one.
Would agree.
Like, who doesn't deserve to give me a smack here and there?
There we
go. Okay, so what I should be able to do with something like this is I should be able to pick it up and clone it, and then, holy cow, you've gone full on, like, let's just make dirt. You've made dirt. Okay, you will run out of budget.
You said I could go as detailed as I want.
And you took that advice and just ran with it. That is, yeah, that's not going to work. We're going to be out of budget in 10 minutes here.
Can we please check our budget? I really want to know if I'm able to do this or not. I need to know.
No, I can tell you right now that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Let's see what our
I said, Ed, you know, with our world, with the size that it is, I can go as detailed as I want and we'll be okay, right? And he said, yes. I just want you all to, you saw that here earlier on.
Are these details you expect people to see?
Look, okay, like if you zoom out to like the size of a person, like does it not look like little pebbles on the ground?
And you've used half of our budget.
It's that 46% is gone up significantly. Yeah. Okay, I've got to get out of your neck for a second.
Okay,
yeah.
I will undo the sand, but this is what I wanted to talk about. Because I would go on and I basically made a paintbrush out of a cluster of sand or pebbles.
Okay.
And I'm just like painting around the pebbles, right? And I would just cover this ramp with that. And then I'd throw in some bigger things and they'd be intersecting and it'd be all natural and organic and beautiful. But you're saying that's too much. So now how do we take the idea of it and still get it across? 1% gameplay.
Scale.
Aztec's making me laugh.
I had to see you in human form for a moment.
In human form.
Remind myself who I'm dealing with here. Okay.
You said I can go as detailed as I wanted, Ed.
Pods. I'm still on the pods thing. I just don't get the pods thing. All right. So this is what I've done.
Hang on. Let's walk through it.
Let's compare.
You're in your flower bed, right? Shut up. We're comparing. You're in your flower bed,
How
right?
do I pick these up? You've got a million of them.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna
This is gonna be such a wreck. There we go. I'm gonna pick these up for a second.
No!
Oh my god, it's lagging when I try to copy them. Okay. Here is my pebbles. There is Alyssa's pebbles. You went like on a whole molecular level difference. You're like, when I said any amount of detail, you're like, I'm going to the molecule. Like, in the molecule level. Like, here there's protons and electrons floating around inside this nebula of dust that you created. Here's my version.
Okay, I'll fix it. I promise.
This is a little more macro scale.
Myself. Yes. Okay. I see how your pebbles are more.
See, this is a word that my wife uses incorrectly. So you said compose yourself. She uses decompose, which is not the same.
I think that has a totally different meaning if you want to decompose yourself.
She's like, I'm going to decompose for a moment. And I'm like, no.
Aztec said I'm on the quantum level.
Yeah. So we can inset these
oh god. Okay.
into the surface here. And
I'm coming.
I'm gonna
fix my mistake. I'm gonna fix it, Ed. You know what? What's interesting is you know how I was making that pebble cluster and I stepped away and then you duplicated it, or like let's say you modified something in it. What happens to my history? You know how you can undo and redo things. What happens to that history if people are working together? Because
it gets broke. I don't know.
Because I was just going to undo until my cluster was no more. But now I'm like, well, you duplicated it. So what happens? I'm going to try it. We're going to find out what I'm loading in. Apparently I was away for too long. It booted me.
We're going to have to rename the show like comedy or something instead of like PR. I don't know how much educational value we were providing here, but it's at least entertaining.
I feel like there are other designers who are out there who are just like me, who struggle to see the bigger picture. Like you're very easily like, look, I made some pebbles, and I'm like, what? Whoa. Okay, here, let me.
So I have embedded some pebbles into the ground. At the scale you have, but they're here. And then what I would probably do is maybe like rotate or.
Oh yeah, my undo is gone.
Oh, did it break them? Because I copied some of them?
I don't know. Or I don't know if it's gone because I also left. So I'm trying to select these without selecting your stuff, Ed.
So I basically like rotated that pattern.
Because I don't want to leave any accidents.
And then I put it up here.
And then I need to... Okay, I think I got it all.
So
Sometimes
see
when the
how
game glitches, I feel like falling over. Like
it's been a
I just
while
get a
since I've
little.
put mine on, and I felt dizzy when I first put it on today because I
Okay,
haven't used it in
am
a
I
while.
still
I was
here
like,
with you? Because
whoa.
things are frozen. I tried deleting my
Oh,
assets. Did I crash our game? I'm so sorry if I crashed our game.
oh, there you go. Now you're talking, and yeah,
Okay,
so
I'm here.
it's working again. Oh, you know what it is? It's the amount of items that you're trying to select. It gets laggy. So I
Oh,
said it
okay.
actually lags a little bit, and I'm on PC, so I could probably remove those faster if you want.
Yeah, yes, please. I'm gonna work with my swarm over there. Can you delete this swarm?
So, boop, that one's gone.
Oh God, I'm gonna fall over. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna take my pebble over here, okay? Bye. Woo! Going back over to my pod. We're gonna rework this situation.
Your pod.
My pod.
I still need to find out what a pod is.
Oh.
I almost feel like saying, "Go outside now, take a picture," because I'm still
Take a picture.
confused.
I need this. I need to
I'm
know.
so baffled. Like I have a full on like I have peas and broccoli and all sorts of things growing outside, and those I might possibly describe as a pod, but
Okay, like
nothing else in my
you're
yard.
in the garden, right? You're in the mulch. You've got this weird viney parasite of a plant growing, and it sheds these leaves that shrivel up and kind of look like pods, right? You with me? No.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm fixed. I did. Like if I go, oh God, I have this weird effect that's happening right now. Okay. Like if I go over here and I'm like, hey, we're in this corner and we're like, no, it's too
oh.
pointy to be that big. I'm thinking like, and then we've got like this little ground effect, and then we can put it here. And then I need one of your pebbles. I'm gonna steal a pebble from Edward.
Yes, please feel free
This
to
one.
borrow from my texture.
Oh, what
So
happened?
here's the texture. Like it's a literal texture in the sense of this type of environment. So I've got a litter of pebbles that I've placed about the ramp, and then I would probably take these bigger ones here, and I'm hitting stuff in the office here, so I need to like reorient myself. I could feel my furniture getting close to my arms. That's not ever a good thing. So what's nice is once you copy like one of these, you can kind of duplicate a set of them. And then let's try to grab a handle here and ramp. And I might rotate like some of this because it just gives it a little more kind of randomness. We do a little rotation maybe. Let's see. And then I might go in and individually recolor some of these as well. So that would probably help too. And then even maybe bring some of this around here like this and delete some oddball ones that overlap and whatnot. So I might break into the group and just like pluck like one of those out or something if it's kind of overlapping and creating a problem. So we kind of get like a varied look, something that's a little more organic. So this is how I would start anyway. Is this making sense, Alyssa?
It is, and it looks good. It does.
So now it's starting to get texture. And then on the sides, I'll do this side over here since you're working on that one. I would copy like some of these bigger stones. And see, the big stones have the same color palette and kind of shape that the other stones have. so they kind of mesh well together. So I've kind of made, like we do this in web design too, I hope. So did you ever create like a, what are those things called when we do it on the web? Like a style tile? Did you ever try that approach?
Yeah.
You don't sound too sure about that. I can't see your face. I don't know if that was a sure. You're like even your avatar is rolling its eyes right now, so I can't tell.
There it is. I found the mic. So when you say style tile, do you mean like this is like the style we're going to duplicate throughout the whole site, or do you have something else
So
in mind when
make
you say
like essentially like what's the name of that app that does that fairly well? It's kind of like
an app?
they're storybook, right? It does like you take your components and you put them in it, and then you're like, this is like this is what an input form should look like. And if you're a developer, don't go rogue and create your own input forms. Like,
so it's
this is what it should look like.
Like your style guide for your site with your brand and all of the details about it.
Yeah, style guide's probably the term I was looking for. See, we can read each other.
I forgot how to make
a style pod. A style pod is what I was trying to get. Yeah.
I think snapping. I forgot how to make something snappable. I think you just
press down on your left hand.
I think it is. So my concern is that this floor is going to be gone. Is that accurate? Like when we play the game.
Stay.
Wait, the floor with
the checkered one?
Yeah,
that will be gone. So we'll end up
don't we need to make
some landscaping over that
here? Like, should we make a really big square or no? What
I would
are your thoughts?
That at first.
Why? Because like, don't you need to make sure that people can, like not fall through the world? Like, explain the thought process.
So I would like something a little more detailed than just like a flat. Like we might put like a green like texture down or something if we're gonna do like grass. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do like a gigantic one that fills like the whole level yet, but I might do like the area that you're working in.
Because you can't customize like the whole thing to get like in small pieces. So that's what the goal is.
Yeah, I'd like to build the sections to where if I need to move like a section of the map, I can highlight several pieces of it and kind of shift things around in case I don't like the way the layout's kind of going.
Okay.
We have a rough kind of draft of it, but it's not set in stone. No pun intended as I work on these bubbles. Yeah. But I might, wait until the last minute to kind of put down the larger pieces just so they don't get in my way. That's just my opinion. Your workflows may vary, folks.
I gotcha.
They may vary. But I'm almost done over here. If you want to come take a look in a minute and see kind of what I've done.
I'm coming.
What I've done with this idea. And this is how you can kind of cover up these spots like this and make it a little more unique. And you do have to be careful with budget to an extent, depending on your world scale. And ours, we can't quite get to the atomic scale like I think you wanted to do, Alyssa. But you can see we can get fairly detailed here. And I'm still not happy with this piece. I want to keep rotating these until they kind of don't look so cloned. And what I might do is come in and recolor a few of these so they don't look so clony.
Ah!
And I found a pod in the side of the hill. Is this your pod? Right? This little tiny needle of... It's like a pine needle. Is that what you're talking about? Pine needles?
I giveth you a pod, Ed.
I need to macro this. So this is a pod.
Oh
Looks
my
like a
gosh,
tree.
I am tan. I had no idea I was that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a talk after the show. This makes a decent tree. Your pod makes a good little
Aztec
little
said,
tree thingy.
I came, I fixed, I did. Alyssa. Yes, thank you. That's a beautiful quote. Seriously though, I gave you that little podlet on your path, you know?
I like this if it was a tree. So if I were to take this and go like,
oh
this,
my, of course.
and then,
Of
like,
course you can't be happy with my
there.
ground pod.
It makes a nice tree. Look at that.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Although
I
I
knew
don't
you'd
think
say
these
that.
are native to our
To our
our lands here.
environment
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
okay. So show me your thing. I'm watching on the big
okay.
screen now.
So here's where I've got kind of the trail of pebbles, and I may come in here and like individually like color one or two of these just so they don't look like every big rock is a white one type of thing.
Mhm.
And then I've got a little bit of foliage in here to kind of break this up a little bit and make it a little more greenery, break up that kind of rock color that's everywhere. So we add some little, even kind of stick them in the crevices there, make them growing out of the rocks. And this is how I'd probably handle this type of situation. And
Okay.
this is really easy to do because I can just keep grabbing rocks and just replacing them and making it fit inside of this frame nice and easy like that.
Okay.
So that takes, once you get done with like all of that, you can see how this might be less kind of like chunky or sticky. It's not just one big do something like this maybe to cover some of these bigger edges.
Got yourself a pickle.
Boulders. It's a pickle. It's Pickle Rick. Can we do Pickle Rick? Do you know who Pickle Rick is? Please tell me you know.
I'm assuming this is from Rick and Morty.
Yes. I don't know if we could do Pickle Rick, but we could try.
Oh my god,
Pickle Rick?
Yes.
I love that show, so this is like
Aztec is
best.
like agreeing with you about Pickle Rick.
Yes.
Although right now he kind of looks like Larry from VeggieTales. Just putting that out there. Yeah, he could be Larry or Pickle Rick.
I'm doing this from memory, so this is my best Pickle Rick from memory on the side of a bush that was originally a bush. But you called it a pickle, so we got to do
a big pickle.
Rick. This is a hard shape for
what shape are you going for?
He's got to have the Rick eyebrow. That's like the signature Rick thing is the eyebrow.
Aztec wants to know if you have tried watching Rick and Morty on the big screen.
On the big, what's the big screen? There's no Rick and Morty movie.
VR?
Oh, on big screen, the app. I have not, but I have the game. I have the game. It's not safe for work, so we can't play it on the show. But I have the game.
There's a game.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of them. There's Trover Saves the Universe, which is very explicit. Then there's the Rick and Morty game, which that one you have to play on PC, and there's no proper like way to morph this mouth, but that's the closest like Pickle Rick I'm gonna get in this thing. But yeah, we went off track and did Pickle Rick. That's actually not too bad for a Pickle Rick, I don't think. Pickle Rick.
No,
it does need the nose, but
although your shapes are always bubbly and very kid friendly.
That's the game engine here. It's just the way the way you kind of have to work with things.
Like if a toddler tripped down your ramp, they'd be okay.
Very warm and fuzzy ramp to fall down.
And we very rounded.
We could do some hard edges up here at the top, maybe. Kind of break this up a little bit. Like
so, look at my corner. My corner over in the crevice. on the other, yeah. So I might have done too much tiny details there, but again, with my little pebbles.
You literally have like sand level rocks in there. I love it.
I did less.
love
I
it.
did less of them. So see the ground underneath. What color should that be? Should that be green or should it be like white? I don't know. What should
I
that
think
be?
I would change this up a little bit and do like a green, maybe just to do
I
contrast
locked
with
it so I
the.
wouldn't move it. Is that why it's stopping
Oh,
you from painting
yeah.
it? Can you unlock it?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I don't know if I'd make it so shallow.
What does that
Probably
mean? Oh, you
extend
want
the
it to be
bottom a little
higher.
bit.
Okay.
Just even though it's below, it just lets me select it a little easier. So I can go
Bum,
like that.
bum,
See the
dee,
green
da,
kind of
bum,
pops against the
bum,
brown.
bum.
And that's why I put some green little hedge things in there. I know they're all basically
I call them
rock shaped, but
mosslets. You've got
they
little
look like,
mosslets.
yeah. And you could totally do a little bit of moss on the side of these if you wanted.
Huh?
So you could come in and do like what's a
Oh, I
good
see what you're saying. Adding
little
a
shapey.
little.
Yeah, just kind of slap like a little doodad on the side.
Oh no, he went into your rock and it's never going to come
Yeah,
back.
it wouldn't come back out. You could do something like that. Kind of grab one of the green colors there.
Turtle. I need to get a pod definition from him. So,
There.
yeah, did you see that? Come here. Ed wants to know, because he said that he interprets for his wife all the time, and I said that you do the same. You know those little podlets that we found in the mulch when we were weeding, and they freaked me out? I was trying to make those for our game to like texture the ground with, and he wants to know what you would translate podlet to. Those little pod things on the ground.
What
You know what I'm talking about? The
vegetation
ones that freaked me out.
You mean they're just like silvery looking flowers?
They're not flowers. They're shriveled up, weird, dead things. Here, come translate.
Oh boy.
They looked like flowers.
They're okay, flowers. That
Silvery little flowers.
flowers make much more sense than pod.
They were pods.
Pod peoples. And then, of course, we can't forget our.
Oh yay! Are you gonna plop it up there on top of the rocks and see how gorgeous it looks?
See what
Oh
this
my
looks
gosh,
like so
yes.
far.
Were they ivy seed pods? They're spiky pods. I bet they were. I'm Googling it right now. 1 second. Crete fish. Ivy seed pods.
So some of these might need to be like leveled, like just because they're. I think we just kind of threw them up there real quick. I don't remember exactly how this was like sitting here.
That is definitely what they were, but dried and kind of silvery looking. Oh yay! You're putting it in. Okay, I'm gonna dive back in and fix my corner and make it look like your corner, and then it's gonna be perfect.
So you can see how. Look how the different colors kind of pop now that we've got the brown surface.
My left controller battery is low, Turtle.
Trying to level this out just a little bit. I'll have to go through and move these individually as well because it's kind of wonky.
I'm coming in the game. Preparing for visitors. Prepare yourself, Ed.
So, I'll have to straighten these up. But if you kind of zoom out a little bit, and we'll move my work in progress stuff here over to the side, so we can kind of get a good
you
look.
Didn't like my ivy seed pods. So rude.
Is this a little more picturesque now?
Oh my gosh, yes! Whoa. Okay. So I'm going to go and fix this so that it looks more like yours.
And I will try to rearrange these while you do that. Ungroup. And then now I should have individual items I can move here. And I'll move this one out a little. Now we can make a proper walkway in here.
Oops. You ever just hit something on your desk and you're like,
Yeah. Like I said, I punched a coffee mug by accident
Oh,
and
I know that poor
broke a very
mug.
nice coffee mug.
That poor mug. Everyone was so sad about it.
I'm trying to remember what game I was playing this. I was making the skee ball game and practicing at skee ball, and I smashed it. I Hulk smashed the coffee mug. So now, hopefully, folks can see at home how these things are going to go together, and all the pieces will fit together. I love how the red and the brown of the ramp is kind of like popping together. It makes me feel like I did this the right way. I picked the right colors, in my opinion. Getting these lining up just right is going to be tricky.
Tricky! Sing it, Ed. He's not going to sing.
Not sure what I'm supposed to be singing, but sure.
We're just making up a ditty, man. It doesn't have to be fancy.
I think I laid that one on Sam one time. We were at a conference and they were playing music.
God, yeah.
I was like, "Sing it, Sam!" And he looked at me like, "Yeah, that's not gonna happen, dude. Not happening." My travel,
so you're saying next time
buddy.
I'm with Sam, I need to get him to sing on the spot. It's like a competition between us. Who can get Sam to sing?
We've had some very fun trips. I will have to admit, Sam is a fun person to travel with. It is definitely something that you missed out on in 2020. Is the road trips with Sam.
Okay, Ed, yes or no karaoke bar?
For me, hell no. I don't sing.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I don't sing. I would go watch, but I don't have any singing talent, so
Boo.
That's not going to happen.
I don't think that's a requirement to go to karaoke.
I've been to some. It is not a requirement. And I think that's part of the problem. That is a very valid statement. It is not a requirement. We need this. I can tell right now that the level is making the lighting inside of these pretty dark. So what we'll probably need to do is make some lanterns next, so we can place some lanterns inside the path.
Lanterns. I'm so excited.
Was that like you turned into a horse for a moment as you got excited there?
Are you not excited about the lanterns?
Let's see.
I am.
All right. How does this look? I'm gonna go in. I'm human size now, so I'm gonna come over here.
Oops. I didn't mean it.
So this is looking pretty good, I think. I like the way you're detailing my pebbles now. Okay. Good deal. So I'm looking at Alyssa the giant from outside. Hello.
You're watching the process of magic happen. Woo-hoo. And we got our pickle.
So some of the pebbles in here are floating, so I need to come in and like adjust some of the floaty ones. But other than that, I think it's starting to look good. And I would just keep doing this pattern. And how are we doing on time? Because I have a presentation.
Oh, yeah,
to do
you
here.
gotta go. You gotta
go. So I don't have too much more time to work on this, but I did adjust some of the pillars so they look much better. And we totally need some lanterns like hanging in here. I think that would be totally cool. So you're doing, did you make a copy and rotate it? Cool. So you need to lift some of these up on this side so they cover the little edginess there. And you're good. You're golden once you do that. So, and more modern, well, not modern, this is very modern. In, like, larger scale game engines, I suppose I could say, you would mostly paint textures. You wouldn't have to do this sort of detailed manipulation of objects, but you would create like ground assets and things and move them about in kind of big chunks. So you might create like a little hillside and then copy that hillside and kind of grow and shrink portions of it to make like a little bit of a mountain range, that type of thing. You do it at kind of a different scale.
Woo, we got dizzy.
And then one thing that I did here that I think is probably a good tip for people who haven't done this type of thing before is I took the rock texture that I created here that I keep repeating and moving about, and I put some outside of the ramp as well. So the pebbles kind of lead you up the path. They don't just kind of abruptly stop as soon as they come off the ramp. So there's some that go into the ramp, and then there's even a hard line on the ground here of where the dirt and the grass kind of mesh together. And you could even take one of these type of flat shapes. And let's just create a new one here. Let's get one more of these.
Okay. Do we like it
think it's this
with
one.
the spike effect, or do we not like the spike effect? Truth time.
What is this? What is the spike effect?
I added a spike effect on my side of your wall. Do we like that, or do we think just go back to smooth? Because
I think it looks good, but I would do maybe more of a macro type of thing. Like, I think the detail might be a little too fine, just my opinion.
Explain.
Maybe take here, I'll show you. Grab. Whoa. Oh, they're grouped. Okay, so maybe just make them a little bigger and kind of just wedge them in.
Wild cucumber.
Maybe. I don't know if we need the triangular bit the way it is.
No.
Give me. It won't let me.
It won't let you do
It
it.
won't let me.
Oh,
there it is. I'm trying to find the menu. It's like hiding the menu behind. Darn it.
Hey, Shadow Spy. They said they were in my workshop and they just joined to say hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. And also Creetfish was saying that wild cucumber pods was what they were thinking of, which can confirm just Googled absolutely creepy. It's kind of like a dried out sea sponge of the garden. So very creepy. I think what you were right though on your first thing. It was definitely the ivy seed pods that I was finding and freaked out about. I don't know why. It's like your gut reaction to a spider. I saw one of those.
What you're talking about now? They're like brown seed pods that fall off like a tree or a vine.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It weirded me out. Like I was actually freaked.
Yeah, so I might do something like this.
Oh, it's Chilly Willy.
And then kind of stick it like here or something. I have this on one of my designs as well, like something like this. And you could even take I like what you got going here. What I might do is take, come on, menu. What the heck?
Yeah, I want you to morph it how you would morph it so I can learn from it and like keep doing that, because I would have like pebbled the whole ground with sand and then the like level wouldn't have loaded. So I need to keep refining and learning how to do this.
Like you could even do like wedges like this.
Oh yeah.
And what I did is in my level I duped those, made like 3 of them like this, and then kind of grabbed some of the colors that surround the area like that, and then you kind of give them different elevations and sizes.
Oh.
You can kind of make like a rock layer like that. Kind of get like that.
I love that. Oh my God, slate. I love that so much. That's so good. Yes.
It has like a slate feel to it, and it's okay if these overlap. What I don't want is probably gaps in there.
That's so good.
So you can do that, and then you grab them, and group them, and then you can dupe them and kind of pile them up at different lengths and heights and stuff, and even like wedge them different angles. And then when you embed
So
those
nice.
in the side like that, they start looking like rocky slate-like surfaces.
Oh, that's so cool. Aztec asked if I have explored the hub on
They can
Horizon.
even go
Have I
sideways,
been to
too.
the hub, Ed? What's the hub?
I haven't gone in there because we're streaming, and I don't know like who's hanging out in there, if they want to be streamed live or not,
Is that the
type of thing.
main Is that the main area where we
What is
talked to
this?
those one people that one time? I'm trying to think of what the hub is.
Oh, so that might look good here, like this.
Mm-hmm,
Put them in different angles like that,
I love that. I freaking love that.
and you can get kind of wild with the different like ways you shove those in there. And then I think I did them vertical on my map that I worked on, so you can take them this way too. Whoa, there goes the grass. We can't have nice things, can we?
We can't-
You could go either way. Either way works pretty well.
No, I love that, and that's I don't know, a way of getting a different texture other than the rounded pebble. So I'm loving that.
And then I was saying over here, what we could do is see this hard line that transitions the
Yeah.
dirt and the. So what we
Yeah,
could
yeah,
do is let's scoot this guy. Oop. It's kind of hard when there's a lot of things to select. Let's scoot this out of the way for just a second, and then I'm gonna run over here and grab a thing. Doesn't really matter which one.
I can't believe
Come
you
on.
didn't like the sand that I made. Aztec, I have been to that main area before, and I talked to some people who actually work for Facebook and played around with, I think there was like a mini game of
The boomerangs.
Yes, the boomerangs, which we found out absolutely atrocious at, and Ed's pretty darn good at. But if there's anything else in that main area, I have not or studied their aesthetic because that was a while ago. So if there's anything I need to learn from there, then I will hit it up because apparently you can't make real life sand in this game.
No.
No.
Most game engines, I don't think you'd go at that type of molecular
level.
level. But what you would do possibly is they don't have them so much in Horizon, but in other game engines, you see something called a particle emitter. So I was just showing how we could create a transition point here, so it's not so abrupt, like a hard angle. But you can create what's called a particle emitter. And a particle emitter is something that will efficiently like spew forth dirt and things. So what those are handy for is, say you have like bombs exploding, you want to throw dirt in the air, they will spawn the blobs of dirt up in the air for you.
Oh, okay.
They will emit
You're saying
those,
other
those
games.
fine...
You're saying this game doesn't have that?
No, this game does not have that capability.
Okay.
But it will like throw those particles up in the air. And a lot of times you use like particle emitters for like if you're like so you have like spaceships doing battle or something like that. Like when you hit the other object, that other object will just like spew particles, whether they're like sparks or fire or bits of broken spaceship or something. And we kind of have those in here, but they're very limited. This new menu is not working for me. I cannot select tools half the time. I keep tapping them and it's not like responding. So we have
Can you
particle
can you check
effects.
our
This is a particle emitter. So the particles for this are very few and far between is the problem. So it only has these like 10 or 12, whatever it is. But you can imagine like, a spaceship gets hit and that's what shoots the particles out. So you'd have like sand and dirt and things can fly out of these as
that
well.
can fly out.
Yeah, but we don't have sand and dirt. We only have fireworks and stuff.
Can you check our our percentage? What is that called? Our asset loading amount, world hurting percentage?
Yeah. World hurting percentage. our current world herding percentage is under capacity, and we are at 41%, which was all the way up to 49 before you deleted your sand. So your sand was taking up roughly 10% on its own. But how does this look?
I mean, like, because we've got so much else to like do, like the koi pond and the Zen garden. Like, are we even gonna be able to do everything we want to do? Are we running out of space that rapidly? Like, flip on a stick.
So one of the things that we could do is, if we start running out, we can just go back and delete some of the detail if we need to.
Okay.
So maybe there doesn't need to be this many rocks. We can go in and delete like every other one or something.
Okay. But you think we can wait until
I think
we're closer?
Okay. Yeah, we're doing okay so far, I think, because I said it a couple shows ago, but the world starts at a certain capacity already.
Oh, right.
So if I do a brand new world, it like reserves like a small amount. I wish they'd just start you at 0. So it's not so linear as you might think. So if you look at the world around you and you're like, okay, this whole thing around me is 41%, it's not, because it started at 20 or something. So it's only like 20%. This isn't going to go up as fast. Yeah.
Okay.
At least that's what I've seen so far.
I don't remember what time you said you have to go, but before we do, I wanted to make sure and tell everybody about next week. So I've started a new show called JavaScript Girl in a .NET World. And this week, Sam was on with me, and I learned a bit about WinUI and Windows desktop development. And we'll be continuing that in a couple weeks. But next week, Ed is coming on, and he's going to get me started with Blazor. So it's going to be on Tuesday, 1 p.m. Central, which is, 2 Eastern? Or as Ed likes to say, the only time zone, or the real time. I remember what he would call it. It was something ridiculous. But yes, I'm really, really excited about it. Although I am worried that Blazor's not going to be able to compare to WinUI, because I just had so much fun, and I am continuing to have fun with it. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm worried it won't be able to compete, but I'm coming in with an open mind. So can't hear you, Ed. Can't hear you. We can't hear you. Okay, that's my we can't hear you. So his face was so disappointed. I will let you know when we can hear you, but it is currently a big fat negative on the hearing you side of our lives. So there's that. Yes, maybe say something. I think I hear a buzzing.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So I was saying, I'm glad we stopped when we did, because I do have this conference to go record for, and I need to get rid of the VR lines before. So I've got 30 minutes to regroup. But yeah, we'll learn some Blazor, and I think you will be super productive, because Blazor is amazing. Blazor is awesome. It's just so
Aztec
easy.
said that it's simple and powerful, and UHF Scott said partay. So it's gonna be fun. Come back next Tuesday, and then Thursday we'll be back with this same shenanigans, building out our game in VR. So thank you everyone for everything. You're all beautiful. Mwah, and wonderful.
Bye everybody. That was fun. I think we accomplished the goal, right? We took the wedge out. The big wedge is gone.
And learned more about texturing on not such a fine detailed level.
I always have to watch what I say. You take it to the extreme. I love it. Love it. Bye everybody.